There are many aggressive animals out in the wild, and some of them are over the top. Have you ever seen a wolverine in action? What about a weasel? If you want to see some testosterone-filled animals doing their thing, you're at the right place as we count down 15 most aggressive and savage animals in the wild. Number 15. Black Rhino. In Zimbabwe, 2 black rhino bulls engage in a spectacular territorial fight in the wild. The young bull's face is bloodied, while the other bull celebrates by spreading his dung and scent with his legs. The brave young bull refuses to surrender and fights valiantly. Because it is temperamental and quick to charge, the black rhino is more dangerous than the white rhino. Fortunately, the 2 species can be distinguished easily. Both species lack front teeth, but the black rhino's flexible pointed lips are ideal for selective browsing, whereas the white rhino's lawn clipping lips are rigid and square. The black rhinoceros is a smaller species that lives in a dense forest. They have also different ways of protecting their young when they live on the open savannas. Running behind their calves, the white mothers keep an eye out for intruders. Because a black rhino mother must frequently navigate dense bush, she flees in front of her calf at the first sign of danger. Even if you know what a black rhino is, finding one is difficult. Black rhinos are masters of disguise, effortlessly concealing their bulky bodies. The species' conservation is made more difficult by their lifestyle secrets. For decades, rhinos have been hunted for their horns. In this violent conflict, these 2 rhinos inflict serious damage on one another as they battle through the grass and dirt. One of the rhinos is severely injured and dies shortly after the fight. This rhino is being attacked from all sides, and the rhino is suffering from multiple injuries. When one of the dueling rhinos successfully flanks the other, he deals significant damage. This rhino is so enraged by the buffalo that he continues to ram it with its lethal horn until the buffalo falls unconscious to the ground. Even when another buffalo attempts to intervene, the enraged buffalo attacks. What a strong-willed creature this rhino is. I believe the rhino punctured some of the buffalo's internal organs, causing excruciating pain. The herd rallies around their fallen comrade to perform his last rites. The Fanatic brings you all the best content you want to see when it comes to the animal kingdom. If you want to see the latest confrontations between animals and the best animal videos, please subscribe now. We post new videos every day for your entertainment. Number 14. Least weasels. This stoat or ermine has just killed a rabbit 5 or 6 times his size and is now trying to carry the rabbit's body back to its den. Who knew such a cute and cuddly animal could be so deadly? Weasels are not big, but they are feisty, and you can see it in action in this video. This weasel reveals itself with a rodent in its mouth and immediately runs to store it. Only 5 inches long, the least weasel is the smallest true carnivore on Earth, but also one of the fiercest. Their long, flexible bodies allow them to pursue their prey almost anywhere. The weasel's powerful jaw thrusts sharp canines through the prey's skull. Retreating to his burrow, the weasel eats the victim's brain, giving him a burst of energy. The compulsion to kill propels him back outside, and he brings back another corpse. Not only is he a killer, but a hoarder too. Least weasels have been found with up to 50 carcasses stuffed away. These 2 are battling it out, and the rat is giving the weasel a run for his money. In the end, however, the weasel is too strong for the rat, and it succumbs. The weasel drags the rat into the forest. This beautiful weasel is on the hunt, and when he finds a mouse, he ambushes it. The mouse barely has time to scream. Number 13. Hippos. It may not appear to be very inviting. Oxpeckers gnaw on the cracks in their delicate skin, and 20 tons of waste per day has turned this waterhole into a cesspit. But if he's allowed in, this hellhole could save his life. Although the resident bull is larger, the outsider is desperate. 5 tons of hippos collide, putting bulk, bite size, and brute force to the test. As the drought tightens its grip, the outsider accepts defeat and must venture into the unknown. Even though hippos are vegetarians, they have been known to kill people. They are vegetarians that are fiercely territorial. Hippos typically rule over a territory populated by a pod of females. This old man is the king of this stretch of river, and he has the battle scars to prove it. But a young bachelor is plotting a coup. He gets right to the point, biting off the tail of the older male. The senior, who is already injured, does not even attempt to overcome his attacker. The young man continues his assault for 45 minutes. He only comes to a halt when the older hippo submits. The old warrior has lost his throne and his harem. During a drought, a lone hippo seeks cool water and is faced with a life or death decision: surrender to the overlord or fight. They open their massive mouths and defy one another, possibly harming one another until one of the hippos abandons ship. In this case, the overlord triumphs and retains his mating privileges with the ladies. The loser survives, but he becomes a bystander and relocates to a different section of the river. This lion tries his luck with this hippo, but when the massive hippo runs and quickly turns around, the lion flees. Hippos will open their mouths wide to intimidate their opponents, but they will also open their mouths wide to fight, attempting to bite their opponent with their massive fangs. Number 12. Crocodiles. This poor zebra is stuck in the middle of a few crocodiles, and one of the crocodiles is tearing off his face, while another one tries to chew on his neck. To say the least, this zebra is in a very uncomfortable position. It's only a matter of time before he becomes zebra stew for the reptiles. Wildebeests are constantly at the mercy of crocodiles when they cross rivers, and this poor wildebeest gets the worst of it when this crocodile catches it and tears it to pieces, along with some of his friends. The largest and most dangerous species on the planet is the saltwater crocodile, which may be found throughout the Indo-Pacific area, from parts of India and Vietnam to northern Australia. These vicious predators can reach a length of 23 feet and a weight of over 2,000 pounds, and they are known to kill hundreds of people each year. This saltwater crocodile comes out of the water to grab some meat and hits the camera along the way. This is Maximo, a 16-foot saltwater crocodile. Watch him as he jumps out of the water to grab a hat. This crocodile swims stealthily towards a herd of unsuspecting wildebeest. Submerged just centimeters below the surface, the wildebeest are staring death in the face. When the crocodile lunges out of the water, he misses, and the wildebeest are lucky, but there will be more strikes, and eventually the crocodile will succeed. Once clamped in these merciless jaws, little escapes. Number 11. Cassowaries. In this video, you can see how dangerous cassowaries are as this massive bird attacks a man. Fortunately, the man is experienced and uses a shield to protect himself. This zookeeper also carries a protective shield around the bird, even though she feeds it. It's a nice looking bird, but you should never approach it. If you encounter a wild cassowary, you need to look him in the eyes, back away, and hold something in front of you, because if you're not careful, the cassowary can be extremely dangerous. This young cassowary approaches a window and begins pecking into the window, so much so that you can hear the noise it makes. This cassowary seems to have it for this car, but I'm not sure the owner of the car will be pleased when he sees all the scratches on the car. The bird lifts his claws and scratches the car a few times. The cassowary is aggressive, and this handler puts a rake between him and the bird. These birds don't seem to be afraid of much. Number 10. Honey badger. No, the honey badger on our thumbnail isn't singing a song. He's probably yelling at some predator that's annoying him, or telling a prey that he's going after it. These hyenas approach this honey badger with caution and don't attack it. They sort of test it. They would never do that with an impala or an antelope. The badger runs onto the road and the hyenas follow it, but they are not convinced it's the right thing to do. This honey badger attacked and dragged away a smaller crocodile. This honey badger appears to have outdone not only himself, but also other members of his species. The snake is aiming for the badger's weak point, the head. Whereas other animals may flee in search of easier prey, the honey badger approaches the situation as if it were any other, charging in head first regardless of the circumstances. The snake realizes this and tries to flee, but the honey badger has locked onto its prey and will not let go until it has crushed it. When the badger immobilizes the snake's jaws, the battle is over, and the badger can enjoy his well-earned meal. The honey badger got his name because of his love for honey, and it's one of the few animals that can break into a beehive. The honey badger will stick his head into a beehive to get a taste of that sweet honey, no matter how many stings it receives from the angry bees. His thick coat protects him, but his face is still vulnerable, but he doesn't care. Once he's had a taste of the honey, he knows it's worth paying the price. Believe it or not, the honey badger is so tough, it will attack smaller crocodiles as demonstrated in this video. You'd think a honey badger, even if it isn't particularly large, would have no chance against a crocodile. And from the looks of it, the reptile is already enjoying its meal in the bush. But you'd be wrong. The honey badger is the one who delivers it to the crocodile, not the other way around. The badger pounces on the crocodile, but when it realizes it isn't a monitor lizard, it abandons the hunt. Number 9. African buffalo. When 2K buffalo lock horns to gain rank within a breeding herd, the impact is said to be comparable to a car hitting a brick wall at 50 km per hour. When provoked by lions, the African buffalo can steamroll them to the ground. They can inflict lethal blows on the master hunters with their powerful horns. The Cape buffalo, like the elephant, is not a predator, but when agitated, it can be a terrifying force. This buffalo emerges from the bush and attacks a man, knocking him to the ground. This ferocious buffalo decides to pursue a jeep. The people on board find it amusing and laugh, but I'm sure they wouldn't be laughing if the buffalo flipped the vehicle over. The following video is depressing. No matter how damaged or injured the lion is, he comes to cling to this buffalo. I mean, the buffalo is showing the lion mercy at this point, but every time the lion gets a break and the buffalo walks away, the lion gets up and tries desperately to attack the buffalo. The buffalo is aware that the lion is in poor health and is only playing with the feline whenever he approaches. I can't believe the lion's tenacity when he's so outmatched. Finally, the lion lies down and takes his last breaths. Number 8. Elephant seal. The northern elephant seal is a remarkable marine mammal that can dive to incredible depths and fast for extended periods of time. They congregate on northern California beaches twice a year to give birth, mate, and molt, then return to the sea and a solitary existence for the rest of the year. They also have a lot of fights. Peninsula Valdez transforms into one of the world's largest elephant seal breeding colonies in the spring. 55,000 individuals flock to the beaches. Sea lions pale in comparison to these colossal beasts. Bull seals, the world's largest seals, can grow to be 16 feet long and weigh 4 tons, making them nearly as large as female killer whales. They appear clownish, proving that appearances can be deceiving. When the females are ready to breed, a full-fledged bull melee ensues. They slash and slice each other and deliver a body slam or two. Many seals sustain serious injuries, such as deep cuts and broken bones. These bull elephant seals are raring to go in a fight where size matters and the biggest wins. The males have females galore with 3 tons of quivering flesh. However, bachelor boards like this one are constantly pressuring them to take over their harem. They are 10 years old before they become contenders. Given that males can only expect to live for 12 years, this is an important contest for the challenger. It's possible that this is his only chance to reproduce. Only 1 out of every 10 males are successful in fathering some pups. The champions are revealed through combat. The challenger is thrashed on this occasion. The victorious beachmaster returns to claim his spoils after his violent display of brute force. Multiple intimate moments, the prize that distinguishes all males from females. When 2 bull elephant seals square off, things could get bloody. Only 1 in 10 males have a chance to rule the harem, and he'll have to throw his weight around to do so. Number 7. Wild boar. A medium-sized boar can be seen playing around and easily pushing a large log. When provoked or defending themselves, the boars will usually run and push their victim before trampling and biting or tusking them. It could be extremely dangerous for an inactive, elderly, or very young person. I'm not sure how this wild boar set foot on a public beach, but he runs all over the place, even attacking beachgoers. A few men gather sticks and scare the wild boar away. This wild boar wants to go for a bike ride, but this woman loves her bike, and she doesn't want to share it with the wild boar. It's all fun and games in the end. This guy's job is to use his specially trained dogs to find and rehabilitate injured animals after traffic accidents or hunts. He has completed over 500 missions with his 5-year-old dog. The task is frequently hazardous to both dogs and humans. It is critical to work as a group. According to him, the situation in which the wild boar attacked him in this video was preceded by miscalculation on his part. Number 6. Tasmanian devil. Tasmanian devils are known to fly into a rage when threatened by a predator, fighting for a mate, or defending a meal. Early European settlers dubbed them as devils after witnessing displays such as teeth baring, lunging, and a variety of spine-chilling guttural growls, similar to the devils in this video. A fight between 2 Tasmanian devils at the Sydney Zoo ends with growling. It sounds more like they're singing a bad song, and after a few seconds of silence, they start up again. I'm guessing one of them gets rid of it and walks away. This Tasmanian devil is strolling around his enclosure looking for something to do. It stalks the night, shrieking blood-curdling screams in search of dead and dying prey, and when it tears into flesh, it does so with some of the most bone-crushing jaws on the planet. This nefarious fighter may appear cute, but its name says it all. Tasmanian devils are the kangaroo's grumpy cousin. In this video, you can see how strong they are for their size and how powerful their bite is, with the strongest bite force of any small mammal on the planet. They are full of personality and should not be trifled with. These two Tasmanian devils are yelling at each other, sending a clear message that they are not pleased with the situation. Number 5. Black Mamba. Though species like the boomslang and king cobra are dangerous due to their venom, the black mamba is particularly lethal due to its speed. The species, which can grow up to 14 feet long and is found in the savannas and rocky areas of southern and eastern Africa, is the fastest of all snakes, slithering at speeds of up to 12.5 miles per hour, making escaping one in remote areas much more difficult. It's not a drink or a dance. The black mamba is Africa's longest and fastest snake. Because it's one of the most venomous snakes on the planet, the mamba always has a clear path, whether it's catching a meal or scaring off animals many times its size. A fight between a black mamba and a mongoose. The mongoose is difficult to see, but the mamba is always visible. And no, you won't be able to see the fight's conclusion because the person filming didn't capture it on tape. Imagine going for a walk in the woods and being threatened by a black mamba, who starts chasing you. What a terrifying sensation that must be. Even before the battle begins, the battle has been lost. Black mambas, thankfully, usually only strike when threatened, but when they do, they bite repeatedly, delivering enough venom, a mix of neuro and cardiotoxins in a single bite to kill 10 people. That's some powerful artillery if you ask me. Finally, if the correlative anti-venom is not administered within 20 minutes, the bites are almost always fatal. It must be terrifying to know that you only have 20 minutes to save your life after being bitten by a black mamba. You better memorize a few prayers. Number 4. Shrews. Scorpions are dangerous predators, but this scorpion has met its match in the form of the psycho shrew. Even though the scorpion strikes a Karate Kid pose on the shrew, it does nothing to deter the animal, and the shrew quickly destroys the scorpion. This garter snake is on the hunt for food and catches a whiff of the short-tailed shrew. He's ready to strike the shrew, but the snake lacks venom. The only venomous mammal in North America is the short-tailed shrew. It quickly dispatches of the snake. This frog in this video has strong legs, but the short-tailed shrew has far more powerful weapon. It is one of the few mammals that can spit venom. It is delivered through grooves in its teeth, and a single drop is enough to paralyze his prey. The dog can still breathe, but cannot move. It will remain fresh as it is eaten alive bit by the shrew. I'm not sure if these two little guys are playing or fighting in this little chase scene. Number 3. American badger. When a badger approaches a fox nest and the parents defend the kids, or when a badger tries to steal the fox's kill, fighting can occur. These foxes attack a badger they discover in their den. The badger is chased away by the foxes, but it returns for more, and the foxes maintain their position. When it comes to defending their territory, the foxes don't waste any time. Badgers have loose-fitting coats that make it difficult for predators to catch them. Badgers can almost turn themselves inside out and are difficult to bite or claw. When this cougar approaches a badger, it quickly learns what the badger is about and walks away without hesitating. This wolverine tries to pull out a badger from his den. The badgers are insane, but the wolverines are as well, so this is a good matchup. The loose skin of the badger prevents the wolverine from grasping it. The badger, like any other animal fighting for territory, is more forceful than the wolverine. The wolverines have always had less at stake, so they move away, looking for something else to do. When a fox attempts to steal dog food, this badger takes it. The badger attacks and nearly rips the fox to shreds, but the fox escapes with only minor scrapes and bruises. Number 2. Bull shark. Bull sharks are widely regarded as the most dangerous sharks to humans due to their aggressive nature and ability to migrate up rivers. Shark attacks, on the other hand, are extremely rare. Bull sharks are extremely aggressive animals that have been known to attack people on purpose. They have the highest testosterone levels of any animal on the planet, which makes them aggressive and dangerous, and they can be found hunting in our oceans and rivers. Bull sharks can be found all over the world in shallow, warm ocean waters. They have been observed swimming up into freshwater rivers. Bull sharks have evolved special adaptations. The way their kidneys work and special glands near their tails allow them to keep salt in their bodies, even when they're in fresh water. You can see how aggressive this bull shark is with this diver when he pokes something into his mouth. Number 1. Wolverines. Reindeer are huge animals, but it doesn't stop this wolverine from jumping on this reindeer's head and trying to bring it down during a major snowstorm. Not only does the reindeer have to worry about the cold, but it also must deal with this maniac attacking it. This wolverine attacks a marmot, and the marmot is no match for the wolverine. A black bear has infiltrated the territory of a wolverine. Most animals, including bears, avoid encounters with wolverines due to their ferocity, fearlessness, and fighting abilities. Believe it or not, it's the wolverine chasing the bear up a tree and not the other way around. These dogs notice a wolverine taking a stroll in the middle of winter, and they want a piece of it. I mean, it's not that big, so why not bully it around and maybe even kill it? Well, they have probably never met a wolverine before, and they're about to find out that looks may be deceiving. The dogs stand in front of the largest member of the weasel family and just hang around. The weasel defies them, and the dogs surround it, but he fuels on this type of behavior. When the weasel says the magic words out loud, abracadabra, and disappears, the dogs have no clue what happened. The wolf in this video tries to pull a wolverine out of his den, and it seems like it's going to be a cakewalk at first. But never bet against a wolverine. The wolverine tumbles and stumbles, rolls over, bites. It's almost like the wolf is watching a circus act. But in the end, the wolf realizes it was part of the act when it ends up with nothing. Some of these fights were insane to watch. My favorite has to be the wolverine. Just like the honey badger, the wolverine is a no-nonsense nutball, and I just love it. Which one was your favorite? Why don't you let us know in the comments below. Well, that's our countdown of 15 most aggressive and savage animals in the wild. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give us a like and let us know in the comments what you think. Check out our other videos and subscribe to be part of the fun. Click on the notification icon so you can see our new videos as soon as they are uploaded. That's it for now.